Alright, welcome back to Resident Evil. In this video, we are hopefully going to be leaving this stupid shack, because I've had just about enough of its stupid face. I will say this game probably has one of the most forgettable soundtracks in the series. It's got just a brilliantly beautiful save room theme, and it's got a few other memorable ones here or there, but it's largely just very forgettable.
This is Brad. Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
This is Jill.
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad? Brad!
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad! Brad! Shit. It's broken.
That was possibly... You know, I actually think that scene won most unnecessary cutscene of 2008, the award, you know? But yeah, that's largely unnecessary. That cutscene didn't need to happen. Because we've already had, another similar one to that. But yeah, going back to the soundtrack, it's not great. It's got great... I guess I shouldn't say it's not great. It's got really great ambient soundtrack, pieces. Really good for just setting the mood. But it's not anything that, I'd listen to in the car. And that's kind of unfortunate. Resident Evil... I think Resident Evil's like that pretty often. I said this, I don't know what game I was playing when I said this, but, like, Resident Evil is... Oh god, did I get poisoned? No, I actually lucked out. Cool. You'd know, I think, right away if you got poisoned if Jill starts holding her stomach. Or just, like, holding herself. That usually means that she's been damaged by poison. Like, if you weren't already injured, you shouldn't be injured that much already, so that usually means you've gotten poisoned, if that makes any sense. But Resident Evil, it has good soundtracks, but there's always, like, that one or two songs that's just great. Like, Resident Evil 5 has good ambient music. It's not fantastic, but then Winds of Madness is, like, my favorite video game song of all time. That song is great. Resident Evil 4, has Serenity, which is great, and the typewriter theme is great. So, it's pretty par for the course for a Resident Evil game to have kind of whatever soundtracks with a few really good, songs. And here, our good friend Barry, despite the fact that he is behind us in the shack, has left us some items, which is always really nice of him. So we're just going to take all this stuff. If you don't have room, I would suggest coming back and forth. And yeah, I was talking about that before. The door that has the kind of rotting doorknob, he fixed that, so now we can go through it as many times as we want, making it the most useless thing in all of video game history. And I do believe we're about to be introduced to a new special spooky enemy. So this fine young gentleman here is a hunter, one of my favorite, Resident Evil enemies. It's a classic. These are right up there with Lickers, only I kind of like Hunters better. They are humans that were... Well, they're not humans. They were human embryos, I guess, that were infused with lizard DNA or reptilian DNA. So... They're pretty cool. I like them. they take, I think, 2 shotgun shells to kill, so this part of the game is very, very, very useful to keep a shotgun handy. I always really like the noises they make, too. They sound very creepy. And I suppose, since we're talking about sound, I should talk about some of the voice cast. I talked about Peter Jessup in the last one, who plays Wesker. Jill is played by a woman by the name of Heidi something Anderson? Heidi Anderson, I think. She's good as Jill. I think this is the only game that she played Jill in. Jill, I think, has had a different voice actress in every single game. I'm, like, fairly certain. Her voice actress from Resident Evil 5 will probably always be my favorite. And I really like the actress that they have now, Michelle Ruff. She's good, but I don't like her as Jill for some reason. I just don't think she has a very good sound. She sounds like she's trying to sound cool as Jill, whereas for other people it just kind of came naturally, which again is weird because I like Michelle Ruff as a voice actor. She's very good. I really like her as Yoko in Gurren Lagann. She has a really great voice in that, so I don't know why she didn't just use that voice. But yeah, Jill, I'm pretty sure Jill's had a different voice actress in every single game. I do like consistency in roles, but I guess they don't really see these kinds of characters as, like, all that necessary to have, you know, consistent voices, because it's not like it's Batman or anything like that. It's just Jill Valentine's just some chick. Chris Redfield's just some guy. You know, and I'm glad that they've kept Roger Craig Smith for as long as they have for Chris. So, I don't know. Weird little tangent we got up on there. As you can see, Jill Valentine has picked up one of the Chaos Emeralds. That is what we are going to be doing in this video. I don't think it should take an entire video, but we will be collecting the rest of the Chaos Emeralds so we can turn into Super Jill. It's really fun times to be had in the Spencer Mansion. You may think I'm joking, but I'm not. We are legitimately going to be picking up, I think, 2 more Chaos Emeralds. I don't care what they're called in this game. I think they're just called gems. They will always be Chaos Emeralds to me, because look at it. It's a Chaos Emerald. Unfortunately, there is no 4th one, so I can't make the joke of, "Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Damn, not here! Maria!" Other memes. Shadow the Hedgehog is a bad game. I'm pretty sure that game has defenders, which is unreal to me. And I know it sucks to, like, be in the minority of that. Trust me, I know. I love Resident Evil 5. It's my favorite game in the series, so I always gotta defend it. I get it, but Shadow the Hedgehog is a bad game, and they should feel bad. If anyone likes that game, you're free to your own opinion. That game is bad. Speaking of things that are bad and dumb and I hate it, this room is stupid. This is possibly one of the dumbest puzzles, just conceptually. It's not like it's hard to do. Just conceptually, this is possibly the dumbest fucking thing in the series. What we have to do is, you can see that there's like a hawk or an eagle in the middle of the room that is constantly following us. What we have to do is first push these little shelves in front of these other statues. We're going to want to turn the lights off. I don't know what turning the lights off does. I think turning the lights off exposes the rest of the Chaos Emeralds, I think. But this is dumb. This is batshit insane. I don't understand this. You'd think maybe turning the lights off would make it so the eagle can't follow you, but I'm pretty sure the lights is just for the Chaos Emeralds. So anyway, what we need to do is just, as I said, push these in front of these mounted heads on the wall. And we want to hug the wall so that the eagle can't follow us for the time being. We're going to want to quickly jump up on here, and then quickly grab the Chaos Emerald. So that is another Chaos Emerald done. I do believe I'm just going to use that to get it out of there. That's what I was talking about before with like Resident Evil 0, how I love that you could just drop things, so you don't have to just waste items, but whatever. So same thing with this side. This puzzle's dumb. Conceptually it's dumb. It's not like it's hard to play or anything like that. So we now have 3 Chaos Emeralds. I think that's all we need. I'm pretty sure there's not a fourth, damn fourth Chaos Emerald. And again, I would love to get into the head of Oswell E. Spencer and find out what the fuck he was thinking with this stupid mansion. What purpose does this room serve? Did the Umbrella employees need to go through this every single day on their way into work? Did they have to go through every single step we're going through? And you know what's even crazier are the people that are making this game that think these things up. Like, the people in the games that, like Spencer and Trevor, the ones behind this in the games world, they're dumb. But it must take a spectacular sort of genius to figure this stuff out when creating this game. And mapping that out. That boggles my mind, because I couldn't possibly do that. Like, just mapping out the game and saying, yes, there's going to be a room where there's an eagle that follows you, and you collect the Chaos Emeralds from it, and then the hunters jump through the windows, and you fight them. And then there's a suit of armor that comes to kill you if you don't put a key in the right thing. And, like, man... If only we could just use the power of the Chaos Emeralds right now, but unfortunately we cannot. What I'm doing now is I'm going back to the Eagle Room to pick up the grenade launcher rounds, because why not? You know, we got a free space of inventory there. We might as well grab them and then just put them away in the, the item inventory box. I said this before, but at the end of the game, we're pretty much going to be making the grenade launcher our main weapon anyway, so we might as well pick up what we can now. It'll help us out at the end of the game, you know. I don't actually remember where I'm going now. This part of the game is a little hazy for me. I don't actually quite remember where I'm supposed to be going. I know we want to go... We're actually going to be leaving the mansion soon. Actually, I don't know how soon. Probably within a few videos. We still got, some pretty spooky, silly stuff going on in this mansion, so we can't leave quite yet. It's at this point of the game, too, that I kind of stop worrying about burning the zombies, because we don't come back to a lot of these places. So, I don't even kill them, really, honestly. I just kind of knock them down and worry about them later if I have to, but I know, I said this before, and it really is true. With experience in this game comes better knowledge of what zombies to kill and when, and which ones to dispose of, because you then know which ones you need to... you don't want to turn into Crimson Heads because you'll be in that area a few times. I'm pretty sure there's another guy over here. I don't know why he's not coming out. Oh, that's why, because he's all the way over here. I'm gonna waste a bullet. Oof. Oh, that is so good. There's not a single Resident Evil game where getting a headshot like that isn't satisfying. I think Resident Evil 4 still has the most satisfying headshot, just because of the, it just looks like a pumpkin exploding. Now imagine how much more exciting this would have been if that guy popped out in the gameplay and not in a cutscene. That guy can't be dead, is he? Oh, and there's another guy in here. I actually forgot about this. This is a room that I never go into. It's really just... I'm coming in here because there's a special thing in here that everyone knows about and I love. Yeah, I guess that one guy is just dead. I didn't think that the stun gun would have done that much. Okay, I am taking way too much damage in this room for what I'm getting. This wasn't worth it. Take this. Wow, I am not doing well in this room at all. It's a shame I had to use that herb before in that room. So over here on this table, there's a pretty infamous note that is definitely the best written note in the entire series, and I will let you pause and read it because it really is just that great. Man, there's not even any music here. I was gonna stay silent just to let you read it, but there's like nothing going on here. It's just ambient page-turning noises. So that is the infamous Itchy Tasty note. Definitely the best and most well-written of the notes in the game. Like, if you're to read one, read that one, because it's just the best. It's really cool to see how that guy transitioned into a zombie and how his mental faculties just deteriorated over time to the point where, you know, the last thing he wrote was just Itchy Tasty. And it's so creepy, too. I definitely just went the wrong way there. I got so turned around because I was thinking about how cool Itchy Tasty is. Yeah, I completely forgot to do what I'm, like, actually supposed to be doing in this area. This is another thing I think Code Veronica just straight up rips off, too. So we're just going to start placing the Chaos Emeralds here. The blue eye, I think it's a shotgun shells? Yes, it does. So we got some shotgun shells, and then we get everyone's favorite item once we insert the next one. So let's insert this yellow one into the left eye, and this will get us Mo Disc, Mo Problems. That's so stupid. I don't actually know what MO stands for. And yeah, you're supposed to say it MO Disc, but come on. There's not even any dots there. It's Mo Disc. Mo Disc, Mo Problems. Gotta have Mo Disc. So, we're gonna want to kind of file away the Mo Disc because we need Mo inventory room and we don't need the Mo Disc at this moment. The Mo Disc is pretty much an endgame thing. It's not even required. It's required for the best ending, but it's not required for, like, if you just want to finish the game straight up. But anyway, I am probably about to end the video here once we deposit the Mo Disc. Now we have less disc. Anyway, see you in the next video, and hope you have a good one.